comes to the brand Roja Parfums, we have Danger, we have Scandal, we have Apex, we have so many wonderful fragrances, Elysium even. Here is one that doesn't get the attention that it deserves. The people who are true fans and aficionados of the brand have tried this one. This is Parfum de la Nuit 2. This is an amazing chocolatey rum, vanilla, and amber type of a fragrance. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this 2015 release, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on Parfum de la Nuit by Roja Parfums, this is an amazing cocoa, rum, labdanum, styrax, just a beautiful balsamic, rich, boozy chocolate and vanilla fragrance. I do want to start the video off first, however, by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It would really mean a lot to me. So, the perfumer for this fragrance is Roja Dove, and he has done so many wonderful fragrances from Apex to Elysium to Amber Oud to Diaghilev and Vetiver and A Midsummer Dream. There's just too many to name. There's so many favorites that I personally have from the brand, and I am obviously a collector of so many of his fragrances. When Manhattan came out, the limited edition one of 1,000 bottles, I bought a bottle for myself. When all of these limited edition fragrances come out, Pierre de Valais, so on and so forth, I just really love the brand. So here we have Parfum de la Nuit. This is the 7.5 milliliter travel atomizer, so I don't have the big 100 ml, but of course I have worn it on a number of occasions, and I've had the opportunity to play around with it and try it on skin, and I'm telling you, this is a gorgeous fragrance, albeit you might want to wait until the colder weather to wear it, especially with all of these notes that are in there. Now, it does have some citrus notes. There's orange, there's bergamot, there's lemon, but it's all about the cocoa, the vanilla, and the rum. I'm excited to give you my thoughts as far as the smell is concerned. Let's start things off with a quick look at the presentation. Right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get that sweetness, and it's such a beautiful, sophisticated sweetness. It's not overdone. Of course, there's sweetie oud and candy oud, and Roja Dove has all of these, sweeter leaning fragrances with macaroon accords, and that's not what's happening in here. You have the vanilla, the cocoa, but you also have the labdanum, you have the benzoin, so there's a little bit of an amber accord created in the dry down, and you also have the tonka bean, which gives off a bit of a coumarinic sweetness. So you have the vanilla, the coumarin, the amber, the resins, you have the cocoa. Everything is blended to perfection, and that rum that's in here, it's generously boozy. You have a little bit of spice in here. You're gonna notice it, and it's interesting because I went on an online fragrance forum, and instead of cocoa, they actually have coconut listed as a note, and there isn't any coconut in this fragrance. And I'm like, well, if there's rum and coconut, I would have gotten more of a tropical pina colada type of a vibe, and I wasn't getting a Creed Virgin Island water vibe from this one. So I said, something has to be wrong. I went on the official website. It's actually cocoa, not coconut. So it does have this chocolatey vanilla type of a vibe. I know a lot of times people, when they think of cocoa, they think of cocoa powder. It doesn't smell powdery, but you do have this ambery, tonka bean, and vanilla warmth that is amazing. Of all of the citrus fruits in the opening, the lemon, the bergamot, and the orange, I get the orange stronger than anything else. So it's orange, you have rum, you have cocoa, vanilla, amber. Of course, you have civet and I think castoreum, some animalic ingredients. I don't really get them though. If you said Diaghilev has animalic ingredients, which it does, that's far more convincing than this fragrance having animalic ingredients. So I'm actually really positively overwhelmed by the cocoa, the gourmand ingredients, and the booze. Now the thing is, this one is great for the colder weather. So if you're watching this video in the month of July, when I'm publishing it, chances are you might want to wait a little bit before you purchase or even sample this fragrance. I do think this is going to be great for the autumn and the winter time, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's an amazing fragrance. Will I eventually upgrade to the 100 ml? Certainly. I love this stuff. I think this is a heavy hitter as far as my personal tastes are concerned in my rotation. Yes, I see myself wearing a lot of this stuff. And I do like some of the lighter offerings. I love Oceania. I love L'Oscar. I love some of the fresher, more citrus heavy fragrances, Isola Blue being one of the newly reimagined versions in the lineup, used to be called Oligarch. But nevertheless, this is wonderful, great for the colder weather, very sophisticated, sensual, and sexy. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, this is certainly a unique fragrance. I know a lot of times when you think of rum, you think of more tropical leaning fragrances, and I've tried some dark rum fragrances on the market as well, Killian Straight to Heaven being one of them, but this incorporates the sweetness so beautifully, and I think it's spectacularly well done. Longevity on this one was a solid 8 hours on skin. Projection was great for the first hour of application. It radiated within an arm's length. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 7, a skin scent right around hour 9 or 10. So the performance on this one is actually quite good. It will depend on your skin chemistry though. Versatility, perfectly unisex. I think this one is great for dressed up scenarios, great for the colder weather. Anybody of any age can enjoy this one, especially on account of the sweetness. I can see a bit of a younger demographic really enjoying this one as well. And as far as the presentation is concerned, well, I do have the travel atomizer, but I've seen images of the 100 ml and I think it looks really, really classy. You guys know, with the crystals and the gold hardware and the big Roja Dove, the elaborate presentation, it just looks quite opulent and grandiose at times. My final verdict on this fragrance is it's an amazing fragrance. I think a lot of people online have been talking about this for a number of years. It's been out for about 8 years now. Parfum de la Nuit 2, one of the best fragrances that Roja Parfums has to offer. And if you're a fan of some boozy, sweet fragrances, you got to put this very high up on your to sniff list. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you took something of value from today's episode. That was my review of the 2015 composition by Roja Dove. This one is called Parfum de la Nuit 2. If you enjoyed today's episode, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it, hit the bell, give this video a thumbs up. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.